How often do you have sex? Many couples focus on the frequency of sex, and that is the wrong conversation. If you want more sex in your relationship, you will likely push your partner away if you start the conversation focused on how often you're having sex or the fact that you want more of it. I'm Jessa Zimmerman, a certified sex therapist with over a decade of experience helping committed couples create and sustain a thriving sex life. I'm the author of Sex Without Stress and the host of the Better Sex podcast. This whole channel is aimed at helping otherwise happy couples improve their sex life. Focusing on frequency of sex is a red herring because in reality, you don't just want them to have more sex with you, you want them to want it. So any conversation that focuses on the frequency of sex is going in the wrong direction. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 things you should not say to your partner if you want them to want to have more sex with you. Okay, so first, you don't understand how important this is to me. Now, I get your frustration and the rejection, disappointment, and the pain you probably feel. It's easy to think that your partner is not prioritizing you and your needs. That all feels true. But if you approach your partner with how they are letting you down, they are just more likely to feel bad about themselves. In my experience, the person less interested in sex feels guilty already. They wish they wanted more. They feel broken. And if you end up making them feel worse about themselves, it just blocks them more. How about this? It's been X number of days since we've had sex. This statement has a couple of problems. First, it communicates that you are counting the time as it passes, and it reinforces the idea that there is some sort of quota to meet. It's all focused on the numbers instead of desire, instead of what could make sex more approachable and engaging to your partner. Number 3, maybe you should see the doctor or go to a therapist. Oh boy, does that communicate that they are the problem? This overlooks the fact that sexual desire is complicated. It is also situational. Okay, your sex life happens in the context of your relationship. Suggesting that your partner just needs to go fix this as if it is only their issue is again going to make them feel bad, probably resistant or defensive and more guilty. And it just misses the point that a sex life is co-created. It is not something that they can go fix alone in a therapist's office. Number 4, I've planned more dates and we're still not having sex. Okay, now you may be trying to take care of what your partner needs in addition to thinking about the sex that you've wanted. You're listening to them if they say they need more quality time or emotional connection. That recognizes that sex happens in the context of your relationship. But putting it like this makes it sound tit for tat, like it is transactional, like you are only spending this time because you want sex, and like they owe you because you plan date nights. This is just going to increase the idea that there is an obligation to have sex. And the last one is, why don't you want sex? As a rhetorical question. Why don't you want sex? This is what you should really be asking, because you need to truly want to know what is in the way of feeling more desire. Am I doing anything that makes it harder to want sex? What else do you need to make sex a bigger part of our life together? What do you like in terms of physical touch? Has anything changed in how your body works or responds that I should know about? You really need to ask the question, why don't you want sex, and mean it. Questions like these show you understand that they may have some legitimate obstacles to sex and sexual desire, that you know you may have a role in why this has become difficult. This is the nature of the conversation that you should be having. I have another video for you about helping your partner want more sex. It's a perfect continuation of this discussion. I have teed that up for you next.